What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tiny Mac, and today we are doing a fun little project that I'm so excited to film. So I had this grand idea to turn every single world in The Sims 4 into a different geographical location in the real world. So like different cities, states, European countries, all over the world. I am going to transform my Sims 4 world into an actual reality of what I would envision that Sims 4 world to be in real life. We are starting off with Willow Creek, and I am so excited. I don't know, I think it's just gonna be really fun to be able to go to each Sims 4 world and feel like you're like immersed into an actual community and culture and world. I don't know, I'm just super excited for this. It just kind of came to me on a whim. I really hope that this is executed the way that my vision in my brain is showing me. We will see. I don't know, this could be an epic fail or it could be a huge success. We're about to find out. But we are starting with Willow Creek, and the reason why I wanted to start with Willow Creek, one, because it's base game, start simple, work our way up, right? Two, because I am just really wanting to transform this world, and I think that it's super basic, and the city that I picked out for this is New Orleans, which I think is going to kind of transform Willow Creek and just make it so freaking cool. I just think it's just going to be a completely different world. So we are going to go ahead and get started, and the way that I'm going to kind of set up this video style, because it is going to be a longer project and I'm not going to finish this in one day, right? So this is going to be, you know, a longer term series that I film with you guys and kind of show you the before and after transformations of what the worlds look like. So I'm going to go through and kind of speed up the process of me going through and designing buildings. I'm just going to kind of go through and I will show you as much progress as I can throughout the time of building this world. And then I'm going to show you kind of a before and after of the world. So kind of like this, you'll see this screen with all of these buildings, and then you'll see an after screen with all of the buildings. And then I'm also going to create specific families that I think would reside in this city or world, and I will introduce you to some of the families that I create so you can kind of see. And then I'm also going to make some YouTube shorts showing off the different families from each house. So this is going to be like a big project in a big series. I'm super excited, but it is not going to be, you know, me going through for like an hour and a half showing you everything about the city. I'm just gonna try to condense it as much as possible just for ease of viewing and to help simplify it for you guys. But you are going to get as much detail about the world as possible. If I add cool things over here, I'm definitely going to show you guys that. But without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. Also, I want to preface, I am not building each building. I am going into the Sims 4 gallery and pulling buildings because I'm sorry, that would just be way too much work. And I'm also not a strong builder. People who watch my videos know this. I am a gameplay person. I'm not a build buy person. So I'm going to be using other creators' awesome buildings, and I will be shouting them out as I am placing these buildings so you guys can go check them out, because there's going to be a lot of cool creators in this world and all worlds, honestly, because I'm going to be doing this for every world. But yeah, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and hop right in. I'm not really going to be doing a lot of talking, one, because I don't really know my plan yet. I don't really know what I want to do, and two, because I just want this to be an enjoyable series of you just watching me transform this, and I don't really want to be rambling the whole time. That being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. I'm going to start with these buildings down here and then work my way around. Okay, so here's the final layout of Willow Creek and what it's going to look like in this renovation. As you can see, it looks very lush and green and, you know, have the old Victorian style houses, a couple new updated houses. It's just a lot of different architecture and styles combined. I feel like that's kind of how New Orleans is. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been there, so I don't really know the exact style, but I've seen a lot of TV shows, and this is kind of the vibe that I get from New Orleans. So this is gonna be like the main street down here. We have a restaurant, a cafe, nightclub, and then another restaurant, which I think I might turn one of these into like a community garden or some sort of like community lot. Instead of 2 restaurants, we might change that up. I'm not totally sure. And then the bayou, I don't know if you saw that, but that is so cool. When I found this lot, I just knew I had to place it in this world. It is so cool, and it's just gonna be so much fun to create a sim that fits that. So as you can see, I was focusing mostly on exteriors and kind of the style of the world in this video. I wasn't so much focused on the interiors of the house or the, you know, like sims that will go in these houses. I was strictly just prioritizing the exteriors, trying to get a vibe for the whole world of Willow Creek, so it all kind of cohesively fits, but also like different sections. Like as you can see, I put like kind of more of like that craftsman style, I think. I don't really know what these types of homes are, but I tried to like have these all be the same. And then I tried to have these be like the richer upper class, or like just like the nicer homes. These are like, you know, just rich. Like they're just like on a different level. And then over here is kind of like the middle class area where it's just kind of all sorts of vibes. So I'm super excited. I think this is the layout that I'm going to do with this series, because obviously this is going to be a lot to renovate, and I plan on renovating everything. So the worlds, the sims, everything to do with the entire Sims 4 world, I want to renovate. So I want to give, you know, jobs associated with these people that would make sense as to why they have these houses. I want jobs for these people. Like I want it to be very realistic. I want it to be very diverse. I want these sims to match the vibe of like how I would picture people from New Orleans, and then, you know, each world has matching people with it. So this is going to be a lot of fun, but it is going to take, you know, a couple episodes to finish each world. So I think I'm going to divide it into 3 parts. The first is kind of focusing on the exterior and just renovating the world in itself, just doing a dry makeover for the world. And then the second episode is going to be more focused on working on the sims and placing the sims that are going to go into each world. And then the third and final episode is going to be, you know, renovations, all of the final touches of like interiors of the houses that I want to fix up, everything like that. And then a final walkthrough of the whole world where we kind of go into our camera mode, you know, go through everything of the world and just do like a highlight reel of all of the new and updated features about Willow Creek or whatever world we are working on. So I think I'm going to do 3-part series for each world. That way you guys aren't watching this for like 2 hours and that way I don't have to edit for like 4 hours. So I think it's just going to be more efficient this way and easier, and that way I can keep my creative juices flowing and not get burnt out on this. But yeah, that will be it for this video. This is just like the exterior of what Willow Creek will look like, all of the new houses. Give me tips and suggestions in the comments of what you think we should do with Willow Creek, certain families we should include, job types, just anything to do with New Orleans, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about it. I love it from what I've seen on TV. It looks super cool, but I do not know the details and how to really capture the essence of New Orleans. So leave me comments and suggestions on just this world in general, whatever it is, whether it's community lots, residential lots, sims, everything. I would love to hear your guys' feedback on what you think of this. And here is Willow Creek before the renovation, and here is Willow Creek after the renovation. So as you can see, it's a pretty big difference. A lot more lush, a lot more filled out. It just looks a little bit more full, I guess, in a sense. Like it just looks livable, like people actually live here, not just like bare bones and nothing's here. So I'm super excited for this. I feel like I'll want to play Willow Creek a lot more from this renovation, which I hope is how I feel with every world after the renovation, so we will see. I also will be posting community polls on my YouTube asking people what they think, what city, you know, or like area or location in the US or America or not America, the world in general would fit the Sims 4 world that I'm going to be doing next. So I will do little polls. Like for Windenburg, I will probably be asking whether you guys want me to do London or Germany Germany or some other location. So make sure to tune into my community board so that way you can stay updated and vote for the world that you want to see. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more of the series, please make sure to like this video. This is going to take a lot of time and I do not do YouTube full time. So if you could please help and support me in some way so that way I can keep making these videos and we can make a big series with this, that would be awesome. Also, drop your feedback and suggestions in the comments, and then make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Sims 4 content. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day/night, and I will see you next time. Peace!